Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney Lynn, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing an extreme summer clean. This is part 3 of 4 in my summer series, and I'm going to be doing everything from cleaning ceiling fans to scrubbing baseboards to trying to get stains out of dining room chairs. You name it, it's in this video. I hope that you've come here looking for cleaning motivation because this video is packed full of it. If you're cleaning along, let's begin today and let's get some things done. So as I've said before in any of my previous videos, if you are a returning subscriber, you'll know that I love to make to-do lists, especially if I'm doing a massive clean like what I am today. But to-do lists keep me on track, and as you can see here, my list today is extremely long, but I like to write out every single thing so it helps remind me of everything that needs to be done and I don't overlook anything. I'm starting off in our living room today. We just had a few random things out and trying to put those away, and we still had all of our 4th of July decor out. So before I get started taking that down, I'm going to be using this broom, and I'm going to make sure that I get all the spider webs down today, working my way from the top to the bottom. Now I'm removing all of our 4th of July decor, and my mom is actually behind the camera. She's helping me put this all away into our storage in the garage. And in place of our 4th of July decor, we're actually just going to be putting our summer decor right back up. And I'm not going to spend much time showing you that today because I've already showed it in a previous video. So I'll link that video in the description box below. You can check out our summer clean and decorate video there and see all of our summer decor. But for today, I'm just going to show a little snippet of it. Our ceiling here in our living room is extremely tall and our fan was extremely dirty. So I've got a ladder and I'm going to be cleaning the ceiling fan. Now I've talked about the fans before, and there's a couple things that I really like to use on these fans. Number one is the little Swiffer duster, the little handheld Swiffer duster. The second thing is a pillowcase to kind of wrap around the fan blades and pull all that dirt off, and then it's not falling everywhere onto the floor. And the third thing that I like to use is the Touch of Purple spray with just a microfiber cloth. The Touch of Purple claims to help the blade stay cleaner longer and helps the dust not to collect so quickly. I'm sure that there are plenty of, ceiling fan cleaners out there, or even Pledge would have worked great. But I just had this on hand and I've been using it recently on some of our other ceiling fans, and so that's just what I went with today. Now I moved over to our mantle, and I'm just going to be dusting this and cleaning it with some glass cleaner and then setting our mantle back up after I dust it. And I am just using Pledge and a microfiber cloth here to do the dusting. I hope that you all are having a wonderful summer so far, and if you're a stay-at-home mom, I hope that everything is going good, even with your kids being at home. I hope that you're enjoying every single moment of the summer. I know that we have been spending a lot of time together as a family, and we've just really been enjoying our time, and we're fixing to leave for vacation, and I'm really excited about that as well. So I just jumped ahead after the decorations were put up because I've already showed you guys this in a previous video, but I'm lighting our peach Bellini candle today so that I can be smelling this and the scent can be going strong as I clean. I'm also using the touch of purple here on the screen. This is the same stuff I used on the fan blades, and it does a really good job on screens, electronics, stuff like that. So I just use it with a microfiber cloth. So as you can see, I'm just kind of working my way around the room, dusting all of the furniture. I'm dusting everything on the walls and then the furniture pieces themselves. I am dusting down these blinds here in the living room, and I'll be doing the blinds also in the dining room that you can see in the back. But I'm just working one room at a time today, so I'm dusting these blinds with my little Swiffer duster, and then I'm taking a rag, and if there was any little spots or specks that needed to be wiped down off of the blinds, I'm just kind of looking and seeing and doing it that way. Instead of going blind by blind and wiping every single one off, I just did more of like a spot clean with it. Now I'm using our Musu cordless to just vacuum up any dead flies or dust in the windowsill, and then just some glass cleaner to wipe up the windowsill. Using the same exact window cleaner, glass cleaner, with a paper towel. And I needed to do the outside of these windows, so I was kind of leaving that towards the end of the day. I did not have it on my list, but the outside of these windows were absolutely terrible, but I did not get to it this day, so that will probably be on a future video because the outside of these windows seem to always need cleaning. Now moving on to our doors back here, I'm using a microfiber cloth instead of a paper towel. I'm not sure why I used paper towel on the front windows. I don't know. Sometimes I don't have a rhyme or reason to what I'm doing, but I do like to use a microfiber cloth better than a paper towel. So as many of you know, we have the Musu cordless vacuum because our Dyson just kind of died on us. Well, we ended up getting a brand new battery, and I've talked about this before, but just in case you missed it, we got a brand new battery for our Dyson, and now it works really, really well. And this was one attachment that I loved so much that our Musu did not have. And this is just a small little roller head that mimics, you know, the big roller head that goes on the floor. But this thing works perfectly. I've used it before. I've obviously on the couches, but I've used it also on mattresses or in spaces that are like hard to get the whole vacuum into. This little tiny roller head does a great job, and I feel like it just helps kind of refresh your couches, pulls up any dirt, any dust, and makes them look even a lot cleaner because of those vacuum lines. And then I'm just finishing off with some Febreze spray to make it smell good. So to clean the baseboards here in this room, I'm using a magic eraser, and then I'm just gonna wipe it up afterwards with a microfiber cloth. And because our home, we've lived in it for 16 years now, it needs to be repainted desperately. We're ready to change the colors of our home, and our baseboards and all of our trim needs to be repainted very badly. We are ready to do that, hopefully sometime in the near future. Keep your fingers crossed for that. But I'm just trying to get our baseboards to look as best as possible today, even though there are 16 years worth of, little nicks on it and some scratches and some paint chips and stuff like that. The magic eraser really helps to pick up as many marks as possible. I'm bringing out our original Dyson today. This was the first Dyson we've gotten, and it's the one that still has the most power because it is a corded vacuum. So today I'm doing a super slow vacuum job, and I'll show you here in just 1 second the actual speed that I'm going. But I feel like the slower that I go, the more time the brush has to go over the carpet, not only spin over the carpet and freshen it up, but it also has more time to suck up any dirt into the vacuum. So everything on my to-do list for the living room is completely done except for one thing, which was to mop the little entryway area and also by the back doors. But I'm gonna wait on that because I'm moving all these dining room chairs into those areas. So I don't wanna, go over what I just mopped. So I'm gonna wait till the dining room's finished, and then I will mop those two areas in the living room. So what I'm doing right now is I'm moving the table over to make room for my ladder so I can clean this ceiling fan. I'm using a broom to get the spider webs, and since I can reach these lights in here, I'm using the broom to get up into the lights and around the lights and make sure that there are no spider webs up in the can lights. And I do have one light bulb out in this room, so I'm going to be replacing that. Moving on to this big window here in our dining room, and I'm using my Swiffer duster, and then same thing, instead of just going blade by blade and wiping down every single blade, which takes a long time if you were curious, I'm just kind of spot cleaning it. If there were any little spots that needed to be wiped up on the blades, I just took a little cloth and just did it that way instead of having to take each blade out. I have noticed that if we take it blade by blade out at least once a year and like do an extreme clean on these blinds, that if we just follow up this way and with a Swiffer duster, that they stay really clean, and then we only have to do that about once a year, taking it out blade by blade. There really is something so satisfying about cleaning, and as you're cleaning, you might feel tired and you might feel so ready to be done, but when it's all done and finished, the feeling that you get afterwards of a job well done, and the feeling that you get, you know, because your home is now cleaned from the top to the bottom, extreme clean. The feeling is just so nice. I love it. And maybe it's just because I'm strange. I don't know. I'm sure there's other people out there who feel like that too, but I love the rewarding feeling of cleaning. So this is our hutch here in our dining room, and as you can see, we had this little space in our dining room built so that our hutch could fit into it, which I think is super cool. I just thought I would throw that in there, but I'm taking everything out of this hutch today, and I'm going to be wiping it down, but instead of just pulling it all out, I'm just going shelf by shelf, working my way from the top down to the bottom, pulling everything out, dusting the shelf with just some glass cleaner since the shelves are completely glass and the shelves were very, very dusty. Using that with a microfiber cloth, shelf by shelf, and then dusting everything before I put it right back in. And today as I was cleaning, I had played two YouTubers for a good majority of the time, and the first YouTuber that I was watching was Amy Darley, and I really, really love her channel. She's very down to earth, and she just always posts awesome content, and I'll link her channel down below if you want to check her out because she's one of my favorites. And then the second YouTuber I was watching was Brianna K, and I'll link her as well. But she is super, super sweet. I love listening to her voice too, but she does a lot of really cool, I love her organizational stuff, probably the best, but she does a lot of day in the life stuff, and so check her out too if you are looking for more YouTubers to follow and clean with. I will link both of those, Amy Darley and Brianna K. About this far into cleaning this hutch, I realized that there are lights inside of the hutch, and when I turned those on, they helped quite a bit, and I didn't feel like I was working in the dark. the little doors to the hutch. So just taking a microfiber and some glass cleaner, cleaning the inside. And then I'll go back from the outside, dust it down, and then also do the glass from the outside. Now we do clean this table regularly, but I'm using some Pledge on it today to give it more of a polished feel. Moving on to the baseboards, I'm just continuing to go down my list and get things accomplished using the same magic eraser that I used in the living room in this room as well. Next week's video will be an extreme summer clean in the kitchen. So stay tuned for that. Make sure that you are subscribed and that you have hit that little bell next to the subscription button so that it will notify you whenever I post a new video. Just remember that subscribing is always 100% free to you guys. And every view, every like, and every comment that I get helps boost my channel. So I greatly appreciate you guys, all of my subscribers, and then all of you who are brand new. I really appreciate all of you guys for helping me and encouraging me on this channel. You guys are the very best. So let's take a look at these dining room chairs. As you can see, the chair on the left is dirtier than the chair on the right. Well, a couple months ago, we took the chair on the right and we took every staple out of the chair and we put new padding on the chair, and then we took the material and we pretty much scrubbed it until it could not be scrubbed anymore. And we didn't like the way that it turned out. I mean, it came out really clean, but the shape of the chair was more square than the other ones because we put new padding. And honestly, it took me and my mom about 2 hours to get all of the staples out for one chair. It was a huge job and we didn't love the results of it afterwards. So we went to the next thing. We found some Folex. This is from Amazon. This is a stain remover cleaner. And a good Instagram influencer, Daryl Ann Dinner. If you don't follow her, you need to be following her. But she influenced us to buy this Folex cleaner, and this stuff works wonders. I've tried it on multiple things already, and it has helped take the stain out. So we tried it on these chairs, and as you'll begin to see that this rag that I'm using will start to get really nasty. And I only cleaned 2 chairs with these rags. So as you can see, the towel is already dirty from half of this chair. And the Folex cleaner, I just used a little scrubber brush to kind of agitate the material a little bit, and then I use the towel to try to soak up any of that dirt. And I will give a disclaimer, it did not work a miracle on these chairs. They were not perfect and they were not gorgeous after we used the Full-X, but they were definitely better, and the amount of dirt that we pulled out of these chairs was pretty unbelievable. So I ended up only cleaning 2 chairs for the video today. We ended up cleaning all 6 chairs, but I only did 2 for the video today, and the towels were pretty nasty afterwards. And I'll show you a clip here in just a second of what they look like a couple days later after they had completely dried. These are my rags after doing only 2 chairs. So this is what they look like dried a couple days later. As you can see, they look better. They're not perfect. See, like this chair still has one big spot on it that you can see, and the material still looks a little bit dingier compared to the one that we had taken off completely, but the chairs do look somewhat better. So if any of you guys have suggestions on how to get these chairs cleaner or what to do exactly for reupholstering, which we are not good at, please comment down below and let me know if you guys have any tips or tricks. So since this is our dining room and this rug we have in here, I can easily, flip it up over to one side. I like to mop under here whenever I do a deep clean because underneath the rug is extremely dusty, which is kind of weird to me. The dirt must just fall through the rug. And cool story about this rug we have here in our dining room. We had leftover carpet when we built our home, and we took the leftover piece and they made a custom rug for us. So we love this thing because it matches our carpet perfectly, but it does get really dusty underneath. So now I'm using our O-Cedar spin mop with some warm water and Pine Sol, and I'm gonna be mopping this half area, and then I'll let it dry, move it over, move the table over, and then do the same thing to the other side. If you don't know what an O-Cedar spin mop is, well, it's just a regular mop, except the part, when you have to wring out the mop. The O-Cedar spin mop has a really cool little thing. You just set the mop in one side of the bucket, and then you press your foot on this little lever, and it spins it for you, and it dries it out, wrings it out super quickly. I think it's super cool, and I love cleaning the floors with Pine Sol. I love the smell of Pine Sol, and I love when I can clean the floors with that compared to like a steam mop, which steam mops work great. I know that they do, and they do a good job, like disinfecting and all that. But I personally love the smell of Pine Sol. I love the smell after you've cleaned a room with Pine Sol, and so that's what the O-Cedar spin mop is for me. It's just really cool. I just feel like it does a good job cleaning, like a deep clean, and also that I can use Pine Sol water in it. I am using our Musu cordless vacuum to vacuum up all of the dirt, all of the dust, crumbs, whatever, before I mop. As I was using the Musu today, I realized that it started to have this weird smell. So when we checked the filter, you can see the filter was very, very dirty. And I think that's why it started having this strange smell in it, is because we've had it for about 7 months now and we haven't changed the filter. So I have a brand new filter that I'm gonna be putting in there once I get this little thing cleaned, and then put that new filter in, and it seemed to take away all of the smell. So that was just an easy replacement. Now to put this dining room back together, I'm moving all of the chairs back in, got the table kind of straightened back out into the right spot, I think. Like I said before, I had 2 areas in the living room that I wanted to mop. So before I move on to the hallway, I'm going to do those 2 little areas. One is by the front door and the other is by the back door. So I'm just going to vacuum those and then use my O-Cedar spin mop on those 2 areas. Home Sweet Home rug we have here on by our back doors. Now this rug, I think we got it from Ross, but it really clings. If there's any grass or dirt on it, it really clings to the rug. So I brought the broom out to try to pull that stuff off and then vacuumed. Now our pillows that we had here at the beginning of the video were the 4th of July pillows. They were different pillows than these, but these are our little spring pillow covers, or I guess they could be summer as well. And I've linked these before, but I'll link them once again. They're on Amazon. They come in a pack of 4 in these 4 prints right here. And we love these because in the summertime, we like for our pillows to have a little bit more pop and color to tie in with our decorations. So once those got out of the washer, I went ahead and threw them on our pillows. All right, this is my final room today for my extreme summer clean, the living area edition. And as you can see here, this vent here in the hallway was very dirty. So I'm taking our vacuum and vacuuming this vent, trying to pull all of that dirt out. I'm taking a little magic eraser, and here in the hallway, instead of just doing the baseboards, I'm also taking the magic eraser to the trim around the doors and also onto the doors, because number one, the doors can get scratched up, or they can get marks left on them, and the magic eraser really helps to pull those off. It doesn't get all of them completely. Like I said, we've been here for a long time, and I don't think some of these marks are ever going to come off without painting over them. Then you can't see them anymore, but the magic eraser makes it really easy to pull off most of the marks. Before I get to the last thing in this room, which will be vacuuming, I wanted to make sure that this mirror was completely clean. And if you guys have a hallway area I really suggest putting a full-length mirror here. Number one, it's really nice to have a full-length mirror in your home. And the second thing is it really helps open up your hallway area, and it makes it feel a lot more open than what it is. So if you have a hallway area and it feels like it's small or it's, a tight space, try adding a mirror there. I think that you'll really like that. I know that for us, we've really enjoyed having a full-length mirror, and it really opens up the space. I was finally done with my entire list, and I got everything on my list crossed off today. And I felt so good about it. I felt like I had accomplished so much, which I had, because it pretty much took me all stinking day long to get this done. But I felt so good afterwards, and the house felt so clean because this is the main part of our home. This is where we all hang out, and it felt so good. Thank you guys for watching today and hanging out with me. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content like this to come. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.